Hey there, this is Gerald with the Rise of the 1%. In today's video, I want to talk about I invested into a $30,000 a year mastermind, and I want to share the marketing lessons I learned. Now, before I get into the information, make sure you bang that like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, turn on your notifications if you want to receive a lot more free content just like this. And also, if you're an entrepreneur and business owner and you're looking to take your revenue, your profit, your impact to the next level this year in 2025, you want to stick around to the end of this video because I got some free cool stuff I'm actually going to share with you. So with that said, let's get into it. I actually invested into a $30,000 a year mastermind and the marketing lessons I learned. And so from 2016 to about 2020 with the Rise of the 1%, our main platform that we generated majority of our business from, our clients from, was Facebook. We generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in business from 2016 up around to 2020. Now, I will say, we did generate business as well over on Instagram. We did generate business as well through YouTube. We as well did even generate some business through LinkedIn and leveraging email, etc. But I will say, around 2020 during the pandemic, I decided I really wanted to actually take my skill sets when it came to LinkedIn to the next level. So I actually invested into a program to actually take my skill sets to the next level when it came to LinkedIn. Long story short, I started to actually get results from this LinkedIn ecosystem that I actually had discovered and implemented and executed on. And so what ended up happening was around the end of 2021, I got an invite to actually be a part of a $30,000 a year mastermind with 10 other people. Very exclusive. Anyone just couldn't be a part of this mastermind. You had to privately be invited. And so I actually decided to join the mastermind. And with the mastermind, pretty much what it consisted of was we had weekly group calls in terms of Zoom. It also as well, you get access to a private community as well as you get live in-person quarterly meetups. And these quarterly meetups as well were with 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs, okay? And so the first thing I actually did when it came to the mastermind was I really zoned in on mastering the LinkedIn ecosystem. What do I mean by that? Well, making sure LinkedIn profile is optimized properly, making sure have a consistent content strategy when it comes to LinkedIn. Also as well, having a strong outreach system in terms of outbound on LinkedIn, being able to leverage email as well alongside the LinkedIn system, leveraging SMS marketing alongside the LinkedIn system, as well as know how to work the phone when it came to the LinkedIn ecosystem. And at that time as well, I actually had hired what we called at that time remote prospectors who actually was helping us with prospecting on Facebook and even LinkedIn at that particular time. And long story short, within a very short period of time of me being in the mastermind, I'm talking about a little over a month, we cracked over a $30,000 a month without spending any money on paid advertising whatsoever. So the mastermind was $30,000 a year. We already cracked the $30,000 a month. Very short period of time without spending a dime on paid advertising. Now, the second thing I got out of this $30,000 a year mastermind was taking copywriting to the next level. So while I was actually a part of this particular mastermind, we actually decided to put together a new video sales letter for our business. Okay. Now, if you don't know what a video sales letter is, it's basically a video that speaks to the pains, problems, frustrations of your particular market, talks about maybe some of their desires, how you potentially can help bridge the gap, showing some proof of concept, case studies, success stories of clients that you've served and helped solve problems, get transformations and results. And then at the end, give us some type of call to action for them if they need further assistance with you helping them for them to book a call. That's pretty much what a VSL is, a video sales letter. And so this was the first time when it came to putting a VSL together, because I had put many VSLs together in the past, but when I became part of this mastermind, this was the first time where I actually went back through all my sales calls I had done over the years. And this is what I was advised to do by being a part of this mastermind, and actually look at my notes from all the calls and write the copy based off of the notes that I took on a lot of sales calls over those years. That was one of the first things. So that's something you could take away from this as well. If you're looking to write, let's say, some type of video sales letter or written sales letter, or even just any parts of your marketing in general, do you really dive deep into thoroughly understanding your potential client's problems and their desired outcomes in that fashion, like going back studying calls, whether they're studying your notes, pulling transcripts, etc.? That's a huge takeaway. Another thing as well, when it came to the VSL, I actually discovered that we needed to up our game when it came to the design of the slides in the VSL and the aesthetics when it came to the slides. That was another takeaway. So that's a takeaway, I'm pretty sure, for you at this time as well with your particular business, if at this time you feel that, hey, you know what, maybe I should look at ways that I can make my designs a lot better when it comes to if you have a VSL or a written sales letter or any of your marketing or the aesthetics, the feel of your marketing as well. Another thing, when it came to the VSL funnel for many years before I got into the mastermind, we typically will only collect in the opt-in page, email, or name an email. When I got into the mastermind, so you know what, let's add phone as well. And I'm gonna talk about a little later in this video why we did that. Okay? Now, let's get into the third thing I got out of being a part of this $30,000 a year mastermind. Well, the third thing was we pretty much had to travel to sunny Isle, Florida, which is right by Miami, Florida, every single quarter. And we spent 3 days down in sunny Isle, Florida, in a room all day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You're in the room. Now, with the mastermind, my guy that was over the mastermind and his company, they pretty much took care of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm gonna tell you this, the food was amazing at this particular resort that we stayed at every time we went to the mastermind. I mean, the resort was on a whole nother level. We literally was like looking over the water from your room that you stayed in. And it was a reason my guy who actually coordinated this particular mastermind wanted us to actually do that. It's because he wanted us to actually just be able to still picture and envision how life could be all the time if you continuously go out here, push forward towards your goals and dreams and impact and serve a lot of people. And so that's why we stayed in this resort. And I could tell you, when it came to this particular mastermind, everyone in this mastermind was actually doing around $15,000 to $30,000 a month when they entered the mastermind without spending any money on paid ads. And my guy in his company who actually coordinated this particular mastermind, their company was doing around $260,000 a month. But everybody in the mastermind pretty much was focusing primarily on the LinkedIn ecosystem and literally mastering that system and growing their businesses without paid ads. And a lot of them pretty much was in the B2B space or finding other ways to leverage LinkedIn in terms of forming strategic partnerships to grow their business as well. Now, I will say this. Of course, our company was getting amazing results by being a part of this mastermind with the LinkedIn ecosystem. And we were still leveraging a little bit of Facebook at that time as well and leveraging YouTube organic and things of that nature, doing email marketing, etc., doing webinars. We was doing a lot of different things. I would say, though, as well, what we did in this mastermind was we got into YouTube advertising at that time as well. And one of the experiences I had was I actually got to shoot my YouTube ads at the mastermind down in Sunny Isle, Florida. So the videographer who actually was filming the mastermind actually directed and shot my YouTube ads right there on the spot. I mean, it was like we was on a movie production. My guy actually coordinated the mastermind. He was there as well, like directing me in terms of shooting all these different YouTube ads. So that was a great experience as well, getting a lot of feedback as well from a lot of the other mastermind members as well in terms of the YouTube ads that was being shot right there on the spot. That was great feedback, and we created some great YouTube ads And I will tell you this as well. We had multiple 5-figure months from our YouTube ad campaigns. Now, another thing I will speak on as well is in this particular mastermind at a point in time, a lot of the mastermind members was focusing on recruiting, hiring, placing and training what we call sales development reps into their business, SDRs or appointment setters. And we were focused on the same thing at that particular time. And we actually did hire and train up some sales development reps. Now, I can tell you what these sales development reps help out with. For one, with the LinkedIn ecosystem. They help with managing those outbound campaigns that's going off of either our profiles or their profiles or whatever the case might be to actually book calls. As well as they manage the email campaigns, they manage the SMS campaigns. They make phone calls from those that connect them with on LinkedIn that's not responding to the LinkedIn campaigns or the email or the SMS. Also on running YouTube ads as well. Those that opt into the sales funnel and view the VSL but don't book a call, guess what the SDRs and appointment setters do? They pick up the phone and they call them. That actually increases the amount of bookings we've seen 6 times by placing an appointment setter and SDR in a business over just having people go from an ad to a funnel, watching some type of case study video or some VSL video, not booking a call, and maybe just having like email on the back end or SMS on the back end, no phone call. So that was a huge, huge takeaway as well. And like I said, the mastermind experience is one of the great experiences that I've had in entrepreneurship, in business, especially this particular mastermind. I'm in other masterminds right now as we speak, and I've been in many others in the past. This was a huge experience, though. I would definitely say that. If you've never invested in a mastermind or what have you, I would definitely recommend, if you are in financial position, to get into one, and get into one with more like-minded people, people that have the results similar as yours or even bigger results than what you're getting. If you can get into those circles, I'll definitely recommend doing that, okay? Because the ROI and the profitability and the impact you can make could be on a whole nother level. Because I could tell you about us being in this mastermind as well, we was able to help our clients actually get better results too and create way more success stories because of my knowledge at the time and the strategies and the execution that was being put in place with me and my team as I came back from these mastermind events and hopping on the calls, being a part of the community, just took everything to a whole nother level. And I will tell you this as well with the mastermind. We had fun as well. We had days and even some nights where we walked down the beach, talking about personal life, talking about things in regards to business. We hung out in a sauna on some nights as well. I never even really did that as much until I actually got into the mastermind, hanging out in a sauna and things of that nature as well. And then not only that, just being able to hang around other multiple 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs. Us just sitting down at the resort on certain nights, having great conversation. One of the guys sitting next to me one of the nights, his business was doing $1.8 million a month. He had a coaching program, helping people in regards to getting started with Amazon FBA. He literally was sitting right next to me and him having great conversation for a whole hour, and built a great relationship from being in that mastermind. That's the power of being in those type circles. So what I would tell you is, right now, if you're not currently being a part of those circles or currently investing into your education, your training, your knowledge, I would recommend, being this is second quarter 2025, start looking at doing it. I talk to some entrepreneurs and business owners at times, and some of them don't thoroughly understand the significance behind investing into yourself, investing into making your company better to get to the bigger levels. Especially if you could see it's a return on investment, you could potentially be extremely profitable and you could go out and make a huge impact. You got to invest in yourself. And me personally, I've invested into the multi-six figures in my training and education over the years. And the ROI that is produced, because I can tell you this, for that mastermind alone, we've generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for our business. Just for that mastermind. I'm not even talking about courses and coaching programs and things of that nature that I've been a part of as well. So I would definitely recommend this year, throughout the remainder of 2025, when opportunities come where you can invest in yourself, really take your education, your knowledge, your strategies, the level of execution, your network to the next level. Definitely do that. And with that said, if you got some value out of this video, make sure you hit that like button. Also, once again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications as well. Also, drop any comments below of your biggest takeaways. I love to know, have you ever been a part of a mastermind? Are you looking to be a part of any masterminds? And if you were a part of any masterminds, what was your experience? I'd love to hear it down in the comment section. And also, feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit. And also, if you're a coach, consultant, course creator, service-based business provider, or even a B2B service-based business provider, and you're looking for ways to be able to pack your calendar with qualified appointments and be able to scale up to that 20K to 50K plus a month mark in under 60 days without paid ads, it's going to be a link in the description, to a free case study where you can get access to the information that I share with you in that case study that can assist you with giving you the knowledge to be able to do that, to be able to get that type of outcome. So with that said, this is Gerald Bass with the Rise of the 1%. Have a phenomenal day on purpose.